The Random Jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. New house, off Back Lane. Robert Parker built a dwelling which he called New House on the Red Spa Moor, southeast of Coldwell Inn and visible from it. All but the doorway of this dwelling was demolished in the 1920s. On the lintel across the columns is carved, Robert Parker and Jane his wife, May 2nd 1672. Courting couples have reported strange wizard-like figures out on the moor and strange lights shining out and also phantom like a red-eyed black dog. It was a warm summer evening when the Smiths moved into their new home, which they called New House, off Back Lane. The house had a rustic charm that appealed to the family, and they were excited to start their new life in this peaceful and quiet neighborhood. As the family settled in, they began to notice peculiar occurrences in and around the house. They would often hear strange noises and see unexplained shadows moving across the walls. The children complained of seeing a red-eyed black dog lurking in the garden, and they would often wake up in the middle of the night, claiming to have seen a wizard-like figure outside their bedroom window. At first, the Smiths dismissed these occurrences as figments of their imagination, but as time passed, the strange happenings became more frequent and intense. One night, Mr. Smith woke up to find his bedroom door open, even though he was sure he had locked it before going to bed. He heard footsteps in the hallway and saw a shadowy figure disappear into the darkness. The family's fears grew, and they began to believe that their new home was haunted. They decided to do some research into the history of the house, and what they discovered left them stunned. The house had been built by a man named Robert Parker in 1672, and he had lived there with his wife, Jane. Legend had it that Robert Parker was a wizard who practiced dark magic and made a pact with the devil to gain supernatural powers. It was said that he had used his powers to create a red-eyed black dog to guard his property, and that he had conjured up strange lights and apparitions on the moor to scare off trespassers. The Smiths realized that they were living in a house with a dark past, and they feared for their safety. They decided to seek the help of a local paranormal investigator, who confirmed that the house was indeed haunted by the spirits of Robert Parker and his wife. The investigator performed a cleansing ritual to rid the house of the malevolent entities, and the Smiths breathed a sigh of relief as the strange occurrences ceased. They continued to live in New House, but they could never shake the feeling that they were being watched by the spirits of the past. Years later, a new family moved into New House, and the cycle of strange happenings began anew. The legend of Robert Parker and his dark magic lives on, and the red-eyed black dog still prowls the garden, guarding the house from intruders. By Donald J.